Hi, I'm Ron Skelton. I'm from Gisborne on the sunny east coast of Aotearoa, New Zealand, in the race across America in 2019. Welcome to the OhioRAAM show.
Well, thanks, Ron Skelton, for that introduction. We were going to have Ron on the show. We did the recording, and there was a crew change plus a few technical difficulties, and we haven't been able to reconnect, but we do wish him well as he races in the Race Across America in 2019. I am Lee Kreider, the producer of the OhioRAAM show about cycling and ultracycling, and this is show number 219. The show is a service of the Race Across America time stations in Ohio, time stations 41 in Oxford, 42 in Blanchester, and 43 in Chillicothe, Ohio. And the dates of this year's race are on the screen right now. The dates also there. You'll see when we expect them through Ohio. We invite all of you to come out and see the race. Join us there. There'll be people there 24 hours a day to help you enjoy this race. And if you want to know how to track the riders and when they'll be coming through your area, we suggest you go to the show notes, which are located right below the video in the OhioRAAMshow.com website. They're also on YouTube in the description box. You'll find a link there, how to track the riders, a short 8-minute video. Also in the show notes, you'll find information about today's guests and about their charity. Also, how you can follow the OhioRAAM show on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Today's show, Becky Finley returns to host the show with Team Opportunists. Unfortunately, Claudia had to drop off the team, which is in this recording, and has been replaced by Ben Elio. I hope I pronounced that close to right. And we were not able to get him recorded to introduce on this show. Okay. Hey, Becky, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, Lee. How about you?
Well, I'm doing fine, and we're glad to see Becky back here as our guest host of the day. Maybe one of these days we'll take that guest away, you think?
Maybe. All right. Well, welcome Team Opportunists to the OhioRAAM show. If you can go around and introduce yourselves quickly, that'd be great.
So I'm Chris Huffman. I'm one of the racers and organizer of the team.
Matt Shippey, one of the racers.
Zach Wolves, I'm the crew chief.
I'm Claudia Garrell. I'm from Wellington, and I'm one of the racers just as well.
I'm Lee Spiegel, and I'm one of the racers.
Very nice. Welcome, Team Opportunists. So you guys are a 4-person mixed team. So tell me, how did you guys get into RAAM?
I'd heard about RAAM. Was several years ago. It was just too intimidating for me to even imagine. And then 3 years ago, I was invited to be on a 4-person team, which seemed less intimidating trying to do it solo. And having a great experience that year, decided to do it last year. And we're going to repeat this year, the Opportunists. This will be the 2nd year in a row for the Opportunists. Once you do it, it's kind of hard to stop.
Mm-hmm. I guess Matthew, Lee, Claudia, what's kind of your background as far as bicycling?
Got into cycling late, actually, in life. Since I retired, past 3 or 4 years, I've been down in Florida for 3 or 4 months and riding pretty much every day, and started doing more distance. And last year was introduced to Chris through a mutual friend, and he asked me if I wanted to be on the team, and I thought about it for a little bit and said, sure. Do you know what a farrier is?
No, I don't. I'm not familiar.
Horseshoer?
You don't know what a farrier is, Becky?
I don't. I just work on dandruff.
Well, you apparently don't own a horse then, do you?
I don't.
Yeah,
How many times were you kicked?
Oh, a couple of times early on when I didn't know what I was doing.
Claudia, what's your cycling background?
I said I have always been a passionate athlete all my life. I have been more of a runner since high school. Competition and everything always brought me excitement. Then I became a cyclist back in 10 years ago. I started riding it, and I just love the feeling of being out in nature. And then I started doing and adding more distance to it. So right now, I could call myself that more of a cyclist than a runner.
15 years ago, I had an injury that kind of curtailed my running a little bit, so I started to take up biking. And then I kind of worked through my injury and combined the running with the biking. I've done 4 Ironman triathlons and many, half Ironman and standalone marathons. Now I can't run at all. So basically what I do for exercise is I pretty much bike every day. I live in New York and during, other than the winter, so it's, so I usually bike up there. And when I'm down in Florida, I'm pretty much biking every day down here. So, and I love it.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
I saw a little bit about Officer Rydell.
Sorry, I was in the van, so I might be able to recall it fairly well for you. Pretty interesting interaction. We're driving through this small town. Sirens come on, the lights come on, we're getting pulled over. Like, well, there it is, Officer was very nice, very cordial, asked for license, registration, asked us what we were doing. And once he found out, he was so moved, he actually donated to the Opportunities and then asked us all to hold hands together in a circle and pray for our journey. It's pretty neat.
Chris, can you tell me a little bit about the charity you guys are fundraising for RAM?
Yeah, our charity is Opportunity Early Childhood Education and Family Center, which is located in West Beach, Florida. Right now they have 95 students, the ages of 6 months to 6 years. And it's a very professional, highly educational approach to early childhood education. They're currently in a facility that they are going to be leaving in about 6 months' time. 95 students, and they have a waiting list of 300 children waiting to get in. The new facility is going to be able to accommodate 295 students. They're going to expand the family counseling as well as job placement. They do a great job of preparing these children in the early stages of their life to become responsible adults, responsible students. We have a Facebook page that's dedicated. It's called The Opportunists.
What is your goal for your fundraising charity?
Well, last year we were fortunate enough to raise $120,000. We actually finished second in the Lon Haldeman Award, which is given to the team that raises the most money. So we finished in second place. Our goal this year, obviously, is to beat that. So we would certainly like to hit that $150,000 mark. If we can get an increase of $30,000 this year, we're shooting for $150,000.
Well, thank you, Team Opportunists, for being on the OhioRAAM show. We really appreciate it.
And thanks for having us.
Thank you.
There is a link in the show notes where you can donate to the cause this team supports, and we wish them well in their raising $150,000. Thank you for viewing, and thank you for supporting us on social media. Our next show will be Super Marrow, a team who are working to increase the number of people who are signing up to donate bone marrow. We'll hear all about that on the next show. So with that, we're going to say goodbye, Becky.
Goodbye, Lee. Goodbye, everyone. We'll see you in about 10 days.
Music by Kevin MacLeod.